Coming to you live from the beautiful city of Johns Creek, Georgia, here in the suburbs of Atlanta. This is the Week Zero podcast here. Hello, everybody. Welcome back for another episode. I am your host for this week, Andrew. Clemson is Ryan Coster. To my right is Connor. You're a Wizards fan, Connor. To my to below me is Ryan. Oregon is better.
No.
Yeah, it's true. Stop, quiet, peasant. Okay, and to my other side is Lucas. The Titans are number one in the AFC. Wrong sport, McKnight. Gentlemen,
he has nothing to root for. He has nothing to root for at this point in time. Both of his teams lost, so
that's okay. We're number one in the AFC and number one in the Pac-12 still.
And your last two losses were to the Jets and the Texans.
Nah,
congratulations, Ryan. You're hilarious. You're so funny.
Nah, he's about as funny as Notre Dame when they make the playoffs.
It's okay. We did everybody.
Ryan, will there ever be a time that you're not going to wear a Notre Dame hat?
Yeah, that's what I wonder.
No,
only when he wears a Lakers hat,
or a Buccaneers hat,
or a Cavaliers hat.
Why the hell are you a Cavaliers fan?
Bandwagon.
I got it when LeBron was there, and I got it from
bandwagon.
It's okay. They're both terrible.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, they're both bad. Oof.
Lucas, he's a Steelers fan.
Yeah, that's tough.
But anyway, guys.
Thank you, Josh, for losing. That made me very happy.
By the way, Josh, we did miss you last week.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did miss you, Josh.
Yes, we did.
It was good to have our one consistent person there.
By the way, guys, how are we doing this week, by the way?
Well, I'm in Harry's American under a staircase closet right now in Denver. So, I'm doing well. I'm moving up in life.
Lucas, I am. My apologies goes out to you for the Ducks, man. Both in not only for football, but also basketball right now.
Hey, I'm not worried about it. We still have a little bit until Pac-12 play in basketball, so we'll be all right. And then we get another chance at Utah once we take care of business this week. So I'm not too worried.
It's okay, guys. It's okay. But anyway, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get to the playoff rankings because there was a bunch of moving around this week. But if you haven't already, be sure to like be sure to give the video a like, as it helps the channel out a lot. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. We have this going on every week, and we would love to have you as consistently watching the channel. And just for that, guys, I'm about to go ahead and pull up these rankings here. But as I messed still with Ryan's stuff because it's funny and it was only fitting. But there is a bunch of changes this week. Unfortunately, not for some of the good, but hey, some of the stuff is good, at least in my opinion. But let me go ahead and pull this up here. Here, you guys are in for a real treat. Doop. Oh, whoops. Almost hit the wrong thing here. And here we go. Okay, so here are the new college football playoff rankings. No surprise still, Georgia is number one, but there is a surprise. Ohio State jumps to number 2 from number 5. Or was it number 4? My bad. Number 4.
4.
Can't say I'm surprised by it. I think actually it was well deserved. But look at the bottom. We're gonna go ahead. Look at this right here. Look at that. Look who's back. Look who is back, baby. Let's go. Clemson is finally back in the playoff rankings for the first time this season. It's a huge deal, at least for us. I'm just glad they finally put us back. After what happened with the AP poll on Sunday, I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to go out there. I'm gonna have to give these guys a talk on it. But nope, we're back. So there's that.
Good for the Ticks. Good for the Ticks.
I'm so glad for you, Andrew, that now Paul Feinbaum can shut up because even in a down year, you guys are still ranked.
Yeah, Paul Feinbaum is a clown. We literally live rent free in his head. But to go along here, guys, what are your thoughts on the playoff rankings at this point?
Well, for me, it was a really dumb thought in my head, but I really was hoping that Oregon would stay into the top 10. I thought they would stay in the top 10. I was really hoping for it. because if they do stay in the top 10, that means they have a chance. Now, I did send in the chat there the possibility of us still getting in. It actually is possible. They still give us
No
a
2-loss team has ever made it, and it definitely
This-
would not be a 2-loss Oregon team.
They still give
Or
us
a
a 1%
Pac-12
chance,
team.
which is
It would be a
actually only
2-loss Alabama
2%.
team, anybody.
Which is actually only 2% lower than what we had before. They still give us a 1% chance, which is a better chance than anybody below us. So it's still a possibility with Ole Miss having to play Mississippi State this week, Oklahoma play Oklahoma State, and when Notre Dame loses to Stanford. So
Yeah.
we still have a chance
Sure, we're
there.
not Oregon.
Other than that,
You're right. You're worse.
Ohio State's where they should be. I think they should be above Bama. I would almost – I don't know. It doesn't really matter. We've talked about it before. Alabama and Georgia, they're going to figure themselves out. If Bama wins, they're going to both be in. If Bama loses, Georgia's going to be in. It's just that's just how it's going to be. So it's interesting. But that's the only thing I see. But go Tigs for sure. Happy they're in there.
Which, by the way, something cool about the SEC championship. My girlfriend got one of the student tickets for that. So she'll be going to that, I believe. Really exciting. I mean, it's hard. They are a resale though for like 500. So if they don't go, I can't blame her if she doesn't
Lucas,
sell it as
you
well.
got a fellow Titans fan watching.
Yeah, go Titans. Go Titans, baby. Let's go.
For my high school sake, go Titans, Lucas, because we were the Titans.
I also went to a high school named the Titans.
That's
Remember-
hilarious.
Please tell me you guys like before every game you would watch Remember the Titans, or you would you would do the dance song that they do.
Everywhere we go.
2019.
Yeah, we did that a couple times actually. We did it a couple
2019,
times.
I want to say it was 2019 or 18. The Titans did the dance after a defensive stop or defensive touchdown or something.
As
like that.
they should. That movie's
Yes, they
iconic.
should.
Connor,
I wouldn't be mad about that.
Connor, what are your thoughts on these rankings, though?
Well, going from the bottom up, I have no problems with any of the teams. Up until Oregon, really. I think they've kind of solidified kind of where they are. Wake didn't fall too much. Clemson's finally ranked. Houston's still there to potentially boost Cincinnati even further in 2 weeks when they're playing the conference championship. I'm glad that they did the right thing and put Cincy at 4. They didn't jump. They didn't have Michigan or Notre Dame or Oklahoma State jump them for any particular reason. And beyond that, I mean, I really have no real issues. I do think pretty much every team from at least in the top 7 could have a legit chance to make the playoff. I really think once you get to Baylor, no team below from Baylor down can make it.
Yeah.
Unless something really crazy goes wrong and everyone ends up with 2 losses, but I don't see that happening.
The only team I could see below Oklahoma State is
Oklahoma,
only because one loss. But but then
and Oklahoma's gonna have to play them twice.
And the thing is, they're gonna have to
Oh,
win.
right.
They're gonna have to win emphatically
in the Big 12 championship
Yeah.
against Oklahoma State.
Yeah, they have to win those games both dominatingly. That's the only slightest chance. Still, no. But by the way, I forgot to mention this. This is the first time a Group of 5 team has been ranked in the top 4.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Cincinnati. You guys have earned it.
They finally had a beat down after 4 weeks straight of games that didn't look the best, but especially over a 2 now a 3-loss SMU team. That's probably. I wouldn't be surprised if they would be ranked in the AP poll come next week.
Well, I will say, because they talked to Coach Luke Fickell on the playoff show last night. I mean, he made it sound like after they beat Notre Dame, the team just kind of fell asleep, I guess, kind of against their next 3 opponents because they were kind of like, "Oh, we just beat Notre Dame. We don't have to try." Like he said that this week against SMU is the first time since the Notre Dame game he's seen his team actually look excited to play a football game. So, I mean, maybe it just, because that does happen. You see it with like Oklahoma. You see it with the best of the best. Sometimes they fall asleep against inferior opponents just because I mean, they think they're better than everybody else, but I don't have any issues.
Yeah, like this week.
No, you just got blew out by the better team.
Inferior.
No, 38-7 is an inferior. That's a
No, Notre Dame and New Year's Six Bowls is inferior.
And I'm also going to die in the hill saying that Utah's jerseys were fire in my opinion.
Yeah,
Yes.
Lucas wants to say they were
I'm gonna
gross.
die in that hill.
Lucas, they were fire, bro. I'm sorry, I had to.
Dude, their
disagree with you on that.
helmets look like they had they look like they were zombies. Like they had a bite taken out of their helmet with that like big explosion.
When you literally have your
bro.
jerseys as the USS Salt Lake City, or like Salt Lake City as their name, like that's
the jerseys were fine. The helmets were the problem that I had. They didn't go with their jerseys at all. They weren't even the same color. They weren't they didn't look good. They were terrible.
But the only two things I will say about this is, one, I'm kind of nitpicking here, but I would have dropped UTSA, and I would honestly probably put Clemson at 22, slide Houston at 23, and put Arkansas at 24 and put UTSA at 25, just because of how UTSA has played the last couple weeks against Southern Miss. Shout out to our boy Cam, but they literally had the luckiest thing that could ever happen to them.
Oh, I saw that. It was off the tip pass.
That was against UAB. That wasn't against Southern Miss.
That
was against
UAB.
UAB.
I'm saying they've struggled the last 2 weeks.
UAB is a good team though.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, I just think that Clemson's better, and I also think Houston's better.
And Arkansas is better. Honestly.
Like I said, I'm nitpicking, but I mean, that's that. But then I had a question for you guys because I heard this being talked about on a college football final on Saturday night. I didn't know if you guys heard, but everybody's talking about, well, what if Georgia and Alabama play? If Alabama loses a close one, are they still in the top 4?
No.
Well, a lot of people were bringing up, okay, well, say you have an Ohio State and Michigan, okay? Say Ohio State loses to Michigan on a last-second field goal, and it's a really tight game. In that situation, do you move Ohio State from 2 completely out of the top 4?
I think you would have to put Michigan in the top 4 and drop.
No, I'm saying would they both get in? That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm going to tell you right now. If 2018 Georgia couldn't get in, barely losing to Alabama, who was number 1, they're not going to do it again.
Yeah.
And the problem is that they have their head-to-head right now. So, I mean, you already know that one of them is going to get in unless maybe Cincinnati loses, or Cincinnati or Notre Dame. Both of them would probably have to lose for us to see 2 Big Ten teams.
Probably. And you would probably have to see Oklahoma lose one, and then Oklahoma State lose the rematch to Oklahoma in the Big 12 championship.
Well, no, if Oklahoma State beats Oklahoma this week, Oklahoma State plays Baylor.
Yeah.
They play Baylor. Okay.
Yeah, they would have to split, or Baylor would just beat them, or whatever may happen. But it would be really hard to have 2 Big Ten teams. And then you look at it too. Michigan lost to Michigan State at 12. Ohio State lost to Oregon at 11. So it's which one was the worst loss? Really?
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm saying because obviously the committee thinks Ohio State is the second best team, and it's kind of like what would the excuse be? Because obviously the goal is to get the best team.
But then if you go out and lay an egg against Michigan,
deserving.
They did.
I'm saying they lose in an overtime.
But then,
do you think that they can punish Ohio State for that?
Yeah,
you can't. You have to. I mean, you have 2 losses. I mean, Notre Dame's going to have 1. I would put them in over them. If Cincy's undefeated, I would put them in over them. And if Michigan goes on to win the Big Ten championship game, which I think they would, you can't put them in. I'm sorry. You had your chance.
Whoever wins the Big Ten will probably make it.
Who's Georgia playing in the SEC title?
Alabama. That's official.
Yeah, that's
official.
That's right.
They clinched the West last weekend.
That's right.
But yeah, I don't think if Michigan goes on to win, then Ohio State needs help They're going to need Notre Dame to lose this weekend.
How far do you think they fall, though? Do they fall
5?
Notre Dame and
Just
Oklahoma
5.
State?
Just 5.
Okay.
Depends on also. Well,
I would put
depends
Notre
on the
Dame
way
over them,
Oklahoma
probably.
State plays. Depends
Yeah,
on the way Oklahoma
that's true.
State plays too.
It's
If
all
Oklahoma
gonna.
State were to blow out Oklahoma, and
The
then
only-
Baylor,
The only outlier I really see that is like kind of weird is Ole Miss in there.
That's true.
Yeah.
They're just kind of sitting there inside the top
Yeah.
10. We really
Yeah.
don't know about them.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me ask you this then. If it's between an undefeated Notre Dame team, say Baylor wins the Big 12, okay? Michigan wins the
but you're not
Michigan-
undefeated.
say Notre Dame. Well, Notre Dame goes undefeated, or not undefeated, 11-1. Say Michigan wins the Big 10, right? So that means Michigan would be in. Georgia beats Alabama, that knocks Alabama out, and Baylor wins the Big 12, and you're down to the 4 spot. And it's between Notre Dame and
So it would be
Ohio
probably
State team. Like,
I
So
think you
Cincinnati.
could make a serious argument that Alabama is better than those teams, even if they lose to Georgia.
You could,
I
yes.
feel like if Alabama, I feel like the way it is, I feel like they would still probably take a 2-loss Alabama team over a 1-loss Notre Dame team.
do you think they'd take an Ohio State team, a 2-loss Ohio State that didn't make their championship?
I think
game?
they might not make it, but I think they would still rank them above
Maybe.
1-loss Notre Dame.
Okay.
They probably didn't make the top 4. I don't know. It just depends.
But
you-
it only depends on
we were
how
talking
the
about this
SEC
before
title.
with you, Ryan. Notre Dame had a really tough schedule to begin the season, but all the teams that you were playing kind of have had really bad seasons, so the schedule looks a lot worse. And and really your toughest game, honestly, was the Cincinnati game, which you lost.
Yeah.
And
And then their
struggled
next best
with
win
teams
is
in
against
between.
Wisconsin.
Well,
Like, that's
yeah.
their only ranked win now.
Yeah, so I mean,
And
like,
here's the thing: if Oklahoma State wins out, they'll have 3 wins against ranked opponents. And
well, no, if Oklahoma State wins out, I think they have a legit chance to make it.
I would argue though, if
I think they
Oklahoma,
would. I think they would legit if Alabama was to lose to Georgia, and Ohio State held steady, that Oklahoma State would make it at the 4 seed now, since it would be 3.
would Oklahoma jump Notre Dame though?
Who beat
If they
Oklahoma?
Baylor.
State, Oklahoma
Baylor.
State.
Baylor lost to Oklahoma State, and Oklahoma lost to Baylor.
Yeah, but who beat Oklahoma State? That's what I'm.
Iowa State. Iowa State. beat
Iowa State.
Baylor.
That's right.
Oklahoma
That's a tough loss.
And they're
'Cause
6-5.
if Oklahoma goes undefeated, beats Oklahoma State twice, and only losses to number 8 Baylor, it'd be hard to keep them out.
But look at how they played it. Like, I would say you would have to look at they played against Kansas and like
Texas.
honestly,
Yeah,
they
but look at
probably should have
Oklahoma.
lost against
Oklahoma
Iowa
State has
this
a
week.
top 10 offense and defense.
They don't.
I don't know about
They
offense,
have
but
a top 10.
definitely
They have a
defense.
top 10 defense, not a top 10 offense. The
How
offense.
do they have a
not
top
top 10
10 defense? Like
Their
they
defense
play-
has been good. What are you
It was
talking
Defense has
about?
been incredible.
honestly
Yeah.
though, they should
It was
have
like
The
lost.
best
this
in the Big 12 in a while.
They should have lost this week. They won 23-0. What do you
Who?
mean?
I'm talking about Oklahoma.
Oh, Oklahoma.
No, I was gonna
was
say-
like, what?
Yeah, they should have. Yeah, they
No.
should have lost Iowa State. They should have.
If Brock Purdy
Yeah.
doesn't it doesn't fumble the ball and gives Oklahoma a fumble return for a touchdown, Iowa State probably wins that game.
For
Yeah.
sure, but Ryan, it's going to be the same type. It would be the same type deal as when Florida State went in 2014. Like, they had a lot of really, really close wins that year and still made it in. I don't
But they
think
were
had
also
a loss.
undefeated. They were
but
undefeated. They were
still.
13-0.
Yeah,
That's true. That's true. But
they had some good wins at the end of the day. I mean, they beat a good Georgia Tech team in their championship game. They beat Clemson, who ended up finishing the season pretty good. Notre Dame fell off, but that's just
this
Notre
is
Dame
going to be
doing
one of the
Notre Dame
hardest
things.
years ever for the committee.
This is literally
I think
2007.
it's going to be
all
such
over
a
again.
hard year
Yeah.
for the committee.
Yeah, I think it all will play itself out, though. It always seems to, for the most part. There, if there's anything,
I think that's it.
Yeah, I
that's
would say
really-
the only thing for Bama is they could maybe get in with a close loss to Georgia, but if they get beat by 14 or more, then there's no
With
chance.
how their defense is,
Yeah.
no. Like Georgia's gonna run all over Alabama.
Yeah. The only thing I would say at this point, really, the only thing I would say is put Clemson at 21. I think they're better up to past San Diego State.
No, I said number 20. I think if they play NC State again, they beat them.
Yeah, but you have to consider the head-to-head. So that's the only reason I put them at 21. So, but I'm okay. I'm just glad we're ranked. Yeah, just glad we finally had beat a good, worthy opponent. It's crazy still is that our only 3 losses are to number 1, number 17, and number 20. So it's not like we've been losing to bad teams.
And I did want to say, if Oregon wins out, Notre Dame wins out, and Michigan wins out, Notre Dame is right now, if they don't make it in the top 4, is either going to play Michigan in a bowl game or Oregon in a bowl game.
They won't play us because we have an automatic bid to the Rose Bowl.
I'm saying like they project you guys to. I'm saying like win out and like lose. If you drop another game,
if we lost to Utah,
yes.
If we lost to Utah, then I could see us playing Notre Dame.
It would be in the Fiesta Bowl, is what they're projecting.
They'd have a 3-loss. They'd have a 3-loss.
Yeah.
In the Fiesta.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say a bowl game which has not treated Notre Dame very well the last 2 times. They've gotten smacked the past 2 times they've been in the Fiesta Bowl. But that's a talk for another time. But anyway, that's enough about that for right now. We're gonna switch it up to there's not really much about the recap this week. We already know what happened. We kind of briefed over it in our playoff discussion. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on to our regrets of the week. And that for those who don't know, this is where we choose our pick last week that we wish we had not made. We wish we had taken the other team. So Connor, I'm gonna go ahead and start off with you on this one.
I didn't have that many regrets. I only got 4 picks wrong, but I'm blaming you, Coster, for this regret. I picked Auburn mainly because you convinced me that TJ Finley could actually do something, and they went and lost to South Carolina. So I'm blaming you for that, Coster.
I'm blaming
so that is my regret is trusting you to get me that, because clearly you hate South Carolina. You're a Clemson fan, so you hate South Carolina. So
I genuinely did think Finley would do better than that, and he made some good throws, but he just could not consistently do it.
Who would have thought South Carolina would make a bowl game this year?
In Shane Beamer's first season as a head coach.
Well, it helped that Florida literally is having a huge meltdown.
That's true. That is very true. But that's my regret.
They'll get set back to earth this week against Clemson.
Facts. Lucas?
Yep. My regret pick of the week is SMU. I picked them because, as we have mentioned already, Cincinnati the past couple weeks have been not playing very well. So I figured SMU would give them a good challenge, but man, did Desmond Ridder and that entire Cincinnati team look fantastic. Probably the best they've looked all season, even when they played Notre Dame. So, regret pick, definitely SMU.
So my regret pick is going to be picking Texas Tech. They kind of had an upset last week against Iowa State. And it was a night game at Texas Tech. I figured that there's always some sort of magic at night games in Texas Tech. But Oklahoma State just ran the ball down their throat, chewed clock. Texas Tech didn't get enough possessions. And that Oklahoma State defense just honestly, they may have the second best defense in the country behind Georgia. I mean, those guys are freaks.
They are good.
Texas Tech, it's not like they don't know how to score. I mean, Texas Tech is known for the air raid. And to hold that team to 0 points, but yeah, they let me down.
So I got 2. First, I'm going to start off with Michigan State. Man, what? Oh, that was awful, man. They looked like doo-doo.
Dude, bring up that guy's comment.
42-0 midway through this quarter.
Ohio State just decided to play defense this week. That's literally what they probably went back and watched that tape against CJ Verdell and were like, we can't let this happen because Kenneth Walker is better than CJ Verdell. If we stop him, and it's not like Kenneth Walker wasn't trying. He was breaking the first or second tackle. It's just I don't know what those Ohio State defenders had for breakfast, but
Yeah. That was the best they've looked all season. But then we got another one. Texas.
Texas is back, folks. Not this time. You're wrong. We're back. No, we got you.
When Texas wins tonight,
No way.
against the mighty SEC,
No way.
Texas is back.
This one was invented by a writer.
Oh, nice still frame at the end there.
hey, you know what? Again, cut Notre Dame out of that clip.
Never. You are the reason that clip exists.
No. Hey, but you know what? You know, Texas fans still blame Notre Dame fans for giving them hope that year.
No,
Yeah, it is your fault.
take responsibility for your mistakes, Ryan.
Yeah, take responsibility.
Notre Dame blew it. Gave Texas fans hope.
I don't think Notre Dame is officially back yet.
Hey, you don't see Oregon losing to Texas. That's all I'm saying.
You don't see Notre Dame losing to Stanford either.
You actually did in 2017.
Hey, 5 years.
4, actually.
Well, it's going to be 5 in a month.
No, it's going to be 5 in a month. But yes, guys, those are our regrets of the week. Ugh, stinking Texas, man. It's just so sad.
I mean, what is that? 6 or 7 games?
7 in a row.
I do want to point out in the regret picks, Wyoming won this week, Ryan.
So you're 1-2, Lucas. You're 1-2 when picking.
Just saying.
Who did Wyoming play? Were they playing?
Utah State.
Oh, they played
Utah. Yeah, I know.
Utah
State let me down, man. I was so sad.
Utah State.
They didn't let you down. They laid down, Andrew.
That's pretty good. But anyways, guys, it is time for our stunners and our bummers. Of course, our stunners are where are our players who we thought outshine this week, and our bummers are the ones who we thought let us down. So, Connor, I'm going to go ahead and lead it over to you for the first stun.
So my stunner was, but actually both of them come from the same game. My stunner is C.J. Stroud. Went 32 of 35, 432 yards, 6 passing touchdowns. All 6 passing touchdowns and over 400 yards passing came in the first half. As Ohio State, I think, was up 49-7 at halftime. He solidified himself, I think, as Heisman won, as first in the Heisman candidacy for me, at least.
Well, they have Bryce Young still.
I think
Yeah,
Bryce Young, I don't know.
It's a 2-horse race at this point.
Yeah.
And then bummer was on the other side of the ball, Kenneth Walker's Heisman odds. We were saying if Kenneth Walker went and had a similar game as he had against Michigan, that he did against Ohio State, then he might, solidify himself. He might still make New York, maybe, but
Nah, he should.
He's fourth right now.
But
his odds took a major hit. He wasn't going to win anyway, but he probably could finish second if he had.
I will say though, Kenny Pickett is a wild card right now. He's third projected. So
Really? I mean,
Yeah.
I buy that. So that was my stunner and bummer.
Lucas?
All right. My stunner of the week is Jordan Addison, the wide receiver for Pitt. Biletnikoff finalist on the season. Just under 1,300 yards, 15 touchdowns. This last week, he had 14 catches, 202 yards, and 4 touchdowns in this last game. So had a incredible game, and I think he'll end up winning the Biletnikoff. Has better statistics than the other guys that are up for it. Bummer of the week is Oregon's run offense. The last 2 weeks, the previous 2 weeks, they had well over 300 rushing yards against Washington and Washington State. And that's really how they won those games, dominated them. And apparently Utah took took some notes from Ohio State's run defense. And Oregon only had 23 carries for a total of 63 yards as a team. So it's one of the worst run games I've ever seen from an Oregon team. So, I mean, that's how we lost, and gotta eat it. But yeah, that's my bummer of the week.
So by the way, Holly did ask if who we thought would win this week between West Virginia and Kansas. I'm going Kansas in an upset.
I take.
Absolutely not Kansas.
Just because I think their quarterback is actually really,
West
really
Virginia
good.
easily. Who said that?
What?
What happened?
Someone typed in West Virginia wins.
I did.
Oh, why did it go to Connor's channel?
I don't know.
Because it was on his channel.
This is on my channel.
But anyway, my stunner of the week. I've got 2 players from the same team. It was a group effort this week for Southern Miss. So they didn't have a quarterback to play this week. Their starting running back, Frank Gore's son, Frank Gore Jr., and Ontavious Williams, their starting wide receiver, were their quarterbacks this week.
Wow.
And I will say this, Frank Gore Jr. and Ontavious Williams had better numbers by themselves than any Southern Miss quarterback this entire year has had.
Wow.
Anyway, so Frank Gore Jr. was 4 for 8 passing, 75 yards, 2 touchdowns, then had 1 interception and then 4 rushes for 2 yards and a touchdown and a 186.3 QBR. And Tavius Williams, the wide receiver, was 3 for 3 passing, 32 yards, 1 touchdown, and had a QBR of 299.6, which I'm pretty sure is the highest you could get.
Literally, they combined for just 100+ yards passing.
But they had the game the Southern Miss played against Louisiana Tech this past week was the most points Southern Miss had scored offensively since game 2 against Grambling State when they won 37-0.
Wow.
It is the first time they've scored more than 27 points in a game in 4 weeks.
Wow.
They've only scored more than 27 points 3 times this season.
Wow.
Sheesh.
That's insane.
So these guys need to be put in the College Football Hall of Fame. If Kendall Hinton's going to be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame for completing a pass. But anyway, and then my bummer is Tanner Mordecai, the quarterback for SMU. Terrible numbers. 15 for 26 and 66 passing yards and 1 touchdown. How do you throw the ball 15 times and only get 66 yards?
That's a good question.
I mean, that's just like Tyler Huntley for the Ravens. He had like 22 completions and didn't even break 175 yards because he just kept throwing it short.
Especially with that SMU offense, it's not like they don't have weapons.
Yeah, no, I don't know. That was bad. That was very sad. But I guess so. I have 2 stunners this week. My first one is going to be the man at Louisville who ran all over Clemson and now is doing it again and did it again this week against Duke. Malik Cunningham, the Louisville quarterback, 18 to 25, 303 yards, 5 touchdowns, 11 carries, 224 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That's, I think, the first player to ever do that in college football history. Or second. Who was the first?
To run for 300 or to pass for 300 and run for 200 in a game.
Who was the other one?
A guy from Washington State.
Oh, wow.
1999.
Oh, that was when Washington State was good too. And then I have an honorable mention for my and that's the whole Clemson offense, man. Come on. You knew it was coming, but 543 total yards. This is the best they've looked all season. 300 what is it called? 333 rushing yards, by the way, compared to Wake's 36. DJ actually looked pretty good. He made some good throws. Had a couple bad ones too, but just an incredible. This is the best I've seen from Clemson this year, and I'm really happy about it. Wow. My bummer though this week, TJ Finley, my guy. He looks so good when they led their comeback credit was against Georgia State, but still, I was expecting it to be a lot better. He looked good early on against Auburn, but then as the game went on, he just went down the toilet. Hold on here. Let me get his stats again just for reference here, but it was not pretty. He went 17 of 32 for 188 yards and a touchdown. So very, very disappointing for him. So yeah, Auburn, you also let me down. You let the Gamecocks get bowl eligible. That's disgusting. I was really hoping that wasn't going to happen this year, but yeah, that's definitely my bummer of the week. But yeah, that's going to really do it though for our Stummers and Bummers. And now, of course, we have our meme team, which I completely forgot who's all were because I didn't even get a chance to make any of them yet because I just been busy all day until like this week. But in the process, I can go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and find some at the moment. So first, Lucas, do you have one to send me for you?
I do. I sent it in a while ago, but I'll send it again. Basically, this is going to be a mixture of mine and Ryan's.
Mm-hmm.
But my real one, because I'll give Ryan Oregon whatever, but my real one's going to be Texas. For the sole reason of you playing that video, you already played it in the.
Oh, I'll play it again. Don't mind me if I do. Play it. Oh, you said what? You said play it again. Oh,
Texas is back, folks. Not this time. You're wrong. We're back. No, we got you.
When Texas wins tonight
No way.
against the mighty SEC,
No way.
Texas is back.
This one was invented by a writer.
Oh, it's so
and
good. We lost
Ryan is gone.
All right. So, yeah, so it's Texas because they are not bowl eligible, which is hilarious that they're not bowl eligible. I know TND is having a mental breakdown.
Oh, F in the chat for that guy.
Yeah, so it's real sad. And then I guess I already alluded to it, but I guess Ryan can take it away because I sent the meme in.
Oh no. Connor and Andrew, I want you guys to go first. Go ahead.
Okay, well, in the meantime, I'm
great.
going to go ahead and post mine in a second here.
You're on a time limit, Ryan.
Yeah,
Well,
you are.
I know.
You
That's why I
are
want
on-
them to go on first.
Okay, well, I'm going to make mine extra long so to limit your time.
Okay.
Just for that. But give me 1 second. I have mine here. Y'all are actually in for a real treat here. Here we go. Whoops, wrong one. Let me go ahead and just close that out. Here we go. And that is Michigan State.
Yeah. That's from the Alabama game, right?
Is that the
Yeah.
playoff?
Yeah, that's in the playoff. But the meme still applied because that's what happened. That's really what happened.
Man.
I mean, they were just so bad, man. It was so disappointing. I felt bad for that, but it was funny. But yeah, that's mine. Now give me a second while I go pull up the other ones here real quick. My apologies, guys, for not being properly ready for this. We usually don't do it at this time. So yeah,
You blew it, Andrew.
I did. I did blow it. I can go, but it's okay though. It's okay. We have. Oh, I do remember this, Lucas. I do remember this.
Dude, that was a good one.
It is a good one. I can't even laugh. I can't even be mad about it. And Ryan,
Ready, come on.
yeah, Connor, yours was Florida, if I remember correctly. Let me go find the shoe real quick.
You're making it now.
Yeah, let me. I didn't get the quite chance to get the meme for that real quick, but
They're what 5-9 since the shoe.
Yes, they are very bad since the shoe.
They're 5-9 since the shoe. Since the shoe incident.
Yeah.
This just shows how unprepared we were for this.
Oh well, we were very unprepared, but I have another good one here though too, real quick. But it's not of. By the way, for those who don't know, Florida has fired Dan Mullen as football coach. Which is really bad for. Really kind of crazy to think that they went from winning 2 bowl. What's it called? Playing in 2 New Year's Six bowl games with him to now they are nothing. nothing, which is I feel bad for him in a way. I really do, but at the same time, like it's Florida. I grew up a diehard Georgia
They
fan.
were what one bad mistake away from probably potentially making the playoff last year.
They were
100%. Kyle Trask, Kyle Pitts,
Kyle Pitts.
Kadarius Toney was on that team, right?
Yeah, Kadarius Toney. Yeah, you name it, man. They had the guys. They just fell apart.
Kadarius Toney, who's apparently a better quarterback than
Dan Jones.
Than Daniel Jones. Yeah.
What is he actually?
He threw the ball like 60 yards on one of the plays. It was accurate too. It was just
they're just going to put him at quarterback and put Daniel Jones at wide receiver or make him white wide receiver.
Hey, but they are free now. They did fire Jason Garrett, so they.
I did see that. I actually did see that.
Yeah, and they had Freddie Kitchens.
So
offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
If it's a playoff, I should have just shown a picture of that being.
I suggested for this. It was Dan Mullen's face as the shoe.
Yeah, well, I couldn't find it real quick, but I figured that.
Oh, by the way, I did want to say, Andrew, I sent mine in the chat.
Oh,
so yeah,
no.
Florida since
they're way better than
5-9. I think they've lost 5 consecutive games to Power 5 teams, and of course,
Ryan, you're stinks. We're going with Lucas's.
And then they nearly lost that game to what was it, Samford? There you go.
This is way better.
This also may be good too, just to make Lucas a little bit more. I seen another one that I thought was pretty funny.
Wouldn't?
Oh, that's funny. I've seen that one. I remember that one. I remember that. It was that Charles.
The Utah social media posted that right after the game.
Oh man. Oh, but yeah. Here's your meme, Ryan. You're on a timer. So go have fun with it.
I'm not gonna go too long because we all have plans. Mainly Connor, because he's going to a Colorado game. But anyway, Lucas, I tried to warn you. Notre Dame is now looking upon you peasants. Anytime Oregon gets to November and they already have one loss, they always start ducking around. You know why? Because they are scared of going back to the playoff after what Ohio State did to them. So,
hey, we're still 1-0 in the semifinals. Just saying.
Hey, you know what? Doesn't matter because Utah is the best team in the Pac-12. And when Oregon State keeps the Civil War trophy for the second year in a row, I'm just going to revel in it. But anyway, Lucas, I'm done. I'll let you revel in your pain.
It's okay. Yeah, I'm okay to laugh at myself. I made this meme, just so you all know. I did make this myself.
He did make this meme. He did.
Yeah, it's really disappointing. We kind of deserved it after beating the hell out of them and ruining their playoff chances 2 years ago.
Yeah, I remember that.
So that was,
yeah, you're right. I forgot about that.
We kind of deserved it. It is what it is. But we'll be back. We'll see the Utes again.
Lucas, I want you to keep this. So if this happens again next year, we can just keep this meme.
I don't think we probably won't play Utah in the regular season, but okay, I'll hold on to it.
Okay.
Yeah, next year
and our playoff chances are probably going to be long gone before that because we play Georgia and BYU the first 2 weeks. So we'll see. We'll see.
That's okay. Or you could just be like Notre Dame, just go get to the first round of the playoff and go. But yeah, we're used to that though. But anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for our mean teams, and we're already to the pick'ems. I don't have the score, so Ryan, you're gonna have to pull them up this time.
All right. So this week's score is we have a little separation. Connor gained 1 this week on Andrew to add to his lead. Connor is in first place with 137.
No, I was up by 1 last week. I was up by 1
were
last
you?
week.
So Connor took the lead then.
Mm-hmm. So for
Andrew is in second with 135.
Mm-hmm.
While Lucas is actually caught up a little on Andrew.
Not
he
that
gained,
much, though.
I think it was like a couple picks. But he's hanging around 128.
Now do Ryan.
And then me in last place with 121.
Oof.
16.
Oh, man.
Well, the reason I'm sucking right now is because I've taken all those hot takes and upset picks the last couple
Yeah,
weeks.
your
I'm
hot
trying
takes
to catch up.
stink. Yeah, your hot takes stink. They're about as bad as Notre Dame in the playoff.
He's really hammering that nail, isn't he?
Hey,
Yeah,
at least we
Andre.
have championships again. At least we have a championship.
Yeah, we do in the playoff era. You guys haven't had one since like before you were even born. So, yeah.
Well, Lucas
quiet
doesn't
peasant.
have one ever.
Okay, but at least he's made it to a championship
It's okay.
and like
Oregon,
had the close.
Oregon basketball has the first ever national title, so take it home with you.
Y'all have the first ever.
Notre Dame has never won.
Yeah, it's the first ever. It was the first ever tournament national championship.
Wasn't there
That's
only like
just
8 teams though?
I don't care. We still have the trophy.
Well, but anyways, guys, it is time for the pickups, and it is also rivalry week. So we've got some interesting trophies that I'm going to be naming off as I go ahead with all of these picks. We're going to start off with Fresno State at San Jose State and the Valley Trophy.
Fresno State.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Fresno State as well. Sad they won't be 10-2, but 9-3 is good enough.
This is a sneaky game. San Jose State has upset some of the best teams in the Mountain West, and the Mountain West has been really weird this year, as we've seen the last couple of weeks, with Wyoming blowing out Utah State, who we thought was maybe the second best team in the Mountain West. Yeah, give me the real FSU.
Yeah, San Jose State, the last 2 times I believe they were favored. They lost at Nevada, or they were favored against Utah State and lost 48-17. And this time they're playing home against Fresno, but I think the Bulldogs, the best Bulldogs out west, are going to take this W, and that is the real Bulldogs in west and not Gonzaga. We're talking about the Fresno State Bulldogs. The Egg Bowl, number 9 Ole Miss, 9-2 at Mississippi State on Thanksgiving night.
Well, at least Elijah Moore's not there to pee all over their chances to win.
Yes, I had a video of that.
I'm taking Ole Miss.
I'm taking Will Rogers in the old Mississippi State.
Give me the Rebels. Matt Corral is the best quarterback in college football. So, yeah, give me the Rebels.
I'm going to also go with the Rebels here. They need to redeem themselves for last time with the field. That was very bad. I still can't get over that one.
And that was actually the last time I think they played at Mississippi State, because that was 2 years ago, I think.
It was, actually. You are correct.
Weird question, but since this game's on Thanksgiving, don't they get like turkey after the game or something like that? Didn't Dak Prescott eat like a turkey leg after the game?
They better. That'd be trash if they didn't. UTEP at UAB.
Ooh.
I'm going to take UAB.
Yeah, I'm going UAB as well. They looked really good last week against UTSA.
Yeah, give me the Blazers.
Yeah, it's at UAB. UTEP is not as good as the record shows. I'm going UAB. Boise State at San Diego State. San Diego State trying to clinch a spot in the Mountain West Championship game.
Is Boise on a 3-game winning streak?
They're
a 4-game winning streak.
They're on like a 5 or 6 game winning streak, I'm pretty sure.
We're not
4-game, yes, correct.
4-game.
Oh, 4-game, okay.
I've been sticking with them all season long, so I'm going to stick with them again and go Aztecs.
This is such a game that Boise State would win, so I'm taking the Broncos.
Yeah, give me the Boise State Broncos, the second best Broncos in the world.
No. We're not.
Broncos, of course.
We don't care about the Bumpkos. We're talking about the Broncos. But that's a different story. Boise State, last time they played a ranked team on the road. The last 2 times actually they have won. The last time they have played 2 ranked teams on the road, BYU and Fresno State. I'm going with that again, and that's going to make it 3 out of 3 this year for them.
And not only was it a win, but in blowout fashion.
Yes, that's correct. Missouri at number 25, Arkansas in the Battle Line rivalry.
I think Arkansas will close it out.
Yeah, Arkansas looked really good last week. I know it was like kind of a rivalry game almost, and big game, but Arkansas looked really good, and they get this win.
Yeah, if this game was in Missouri, I'd take it because for whatever reason, when this game's played at Missouri, it's always a tight game. Even though they have crap home field advantage. But yeah, give me the Wopig Sueys and KJ Jefferson.
Yeah, I'm going with the Fighting Darren McFadden's of Arkansas. I don't know if they're playing this game at Little Rock because I know they like to play a game in Little Rock once every year. It's really dumb. I know why they're trying to, but I'm going with the Hogs. Iowa at Nebraska in the Heroes game. Now you're probably wondering why is this game on here? It's because Iowa's only a 1.5 point favorite.
Wow, really?
I saw something that actually on ESPN that said that Nebraska was a 1 point favorite in this.
It may have changed.
It may have changed. I recently had just looked that up. Let me pull it up again. Because I did look it up today. And the answer is, Nebraska's a 1 point favorite now.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't think I've ever seen – I don't think I've ever seen that where a team with that bad of a record – we've been saying Nebraska's better than their record is said. They've been really close in all their losses pretty much. I think there's only been 1 or 2 games that they've actually lost by double digits. I still think that Nebraska's somehow going to find a way to lose. So I'm going to take Iowa.
Yeah, that was my problem too, but I think Nebraska and wise words of Will Compton, the best 3-win team in the country. They're about to be the best 4-win team in the country after they beat Iowa this week.
I don't know. Stanford may be the best 3-win team. They have the best win.
To be 4 wins.
Who the hell?
But I really want to go with Nebraska this year. Nebraska has had so many just heartbreaking losses, and they just keep finding ways to keep it close with every game they play. And it is senior night, so I think you also got to take that into account as well as a rivalry game. I really want to go Nebraska. F it. Give me Nebraska.
Not so fast, my friend. As much as I want to take Nebraska as well, I just can't. I agree with Connor. Nebraska is just going to do some Nebraska things to lose this game. So I am going with that reason. I'm going with the Hawkeyes.
Man, you know what? It's just you can't get mad at Nebraska.
You can't. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for him.
I do feel bad for them. I feel really bad for them.
The Carolina State rivalry, NC State against North Carolina. Number 20, NC
Does Sam Howell still have that injury that he was dealing with before last week?
I have no idea.
Oh.
Not sure.
I will say the team in this rivalry, the team with the worst record has won the last 5 years.
Oh,
wow!
Did not know that.
And I was thinking North Carolina's offense is probably too good for NC State to really stop anyway. So I'm actually going to take North Carolina in the upset.
Yeah, I'm taking North Carolina too. Sam Howell, his last game against North Carolina State. So, gotta give it to the Tar Heels, the old Tar Heels.
I'm gonna go NC State in this one. I know I said that, but NC State's quarterback, don't sleep. He is actually really good, Leary. The game against Wake Forest, they were a couple plays going their way from winning that game. Give me NC State in the Wolfpack. and then so they could go to the ACC championship.
Not so fast. They're not going to the ACC championship. That's reserved for Clemson only. So shut up. North Carolina wins this one. Sam Howell's going to do Sam Howell things. And that's going to be the first
Clemson's
part.
still somehow going to make it, and they're still somehow going to win.
Hey, how does that work though? So if NC State wins, do they automatically lock up a spot?
No, because
Wake Forest
beat them. So it all depends on how Wake Forest goes.
Do they do it the same way as Pac-12, where they do in your division or your record against in division?
So if Wake Forest wins, then they make it.
If Wake Forest wins, yeah, that doesn't matter.
No, because they only have 2.
Oh, okay. So if Wake Forest wins,
Wake Forest needs to win first and foremost. But I'm going with the Fighting Sam Howells to take this one. The Apple Cup on Friday as well. Washington State at Washington.
I think Washington's just a broken team right now, so I'm going to take the Huskies. Go Wazoo.
So
no,
that
wrong
was the
thing.
Cougars.
Huskies, I was Washington. Sorry. I'll take Wazoo, though. I always get that mixed up. Sorry, Washington State's the Cougars. My bad, but go Wazoo.
So, yeah, I'm going with Wazoo here. I think they're even a better team in their record also. They were having a really good stretch of games until their coach got fired, or resigned. Whatever that was. So
both coaches got fired halfway through the season.
But Wazoo's was for different reasons.
Trash reasons.
Right for the
shot. Washington is just terrible. They're really, really bad. And if Washington State, which I think they have some really good running backs, and Max Borghi and that other guy that was a transfer, I can't remember his name right now, but they're going to end up running all over Washington. If Oregon can do that, then they can also. So. Yeah, Washington State's going to win.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Fighting Gardner Minshew's in this one. Give me the Cougs.
Huck the Fuskies, right, Lucas?
Huck the Fuskies, dog.
Huck the Fuskies. Did that just for you.
They still deserve to be in the Pac-12 championship last year.
No, they did not.
Nope, Oregon won it.
But yeah, I'm going with the Cougars. And I think, by the way, if I remember correctly, the Cougars are on like a 7-game losing streak to Washington. That ends this time around. I'm going with the Cougars to finally get the W here. The Sunshine Showdown, or should I say the bowl eligible showdown. Florida State at Florida. Man, who would have thought we'd be saying this at the beginning of the year, at least for Florida's sake.
Oh, my God. I have no idea who to trust here at all. I mean, Florida State was the meme team for us at the beginning of the season. Now it's Florida. And I think Florida State's kind of turning it around. They had a good win against Miami. So Miami kind of screwed the pooch
and
on
Boston College.
And Boston College, yeah. So I'll take Florida State. Florida, I think, Dan Mullen not being there anymore. They're another broken team that, they got nothing going on for them right now. So I think Florida State will make it and make a bowl game.
Yeah, I think Florida State's going to end up making a bowl game. And I think if Florida somehow wins this, we're just going to see them get murdered in whatever bowl game they play in. So I would much rather see Florida State win this and go actually play somebody and be competent in their bowl game. So Florida State.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Florida State. For one, it makes Notre Dame's resume look better because they're a bowl-eligible team.
They also lost to Jacksonville State, Ryan. Stop. That's not helping at all.
But Florida State really impressed me last week against Boston College. Their defense actually played really well against Phil Dracovic. I understand he's coming off of that injury still. He didn't look right. But that running game
actually look good at all since coming back. He didn't even look good against Virginia Tech a few weeks back.
Oh, yeah. But, that running game for Florida State, their running back is probably one of the most underrated running backs in the country. Yes.
Yeah,
that dude
Corbin is good.
So good. I like what Mike Norvell's doing. We keep saying every week, Florida State fans, just calm down because Mike Norvell is the right coach, and he's finally proving it.
Yes. Thank you, Ryan. I'm glad
he's already got 2 5-stars for next year.
Yep.
So he's getting talent. FSU actually has a top 15 recruiting class for the first time since Jimbo left.
Oh, wow.
So,
sheesh.
Yeah, give me the not real FSU yet, but give me Florida State.
Give me the Fighting Deion Sanders in Florida State. I think that this one is not going to be close. I think Florida's going to get blown out at home. Embarrassing. Army at Liberty.
Well, Liberty's coming off getting blown out at home to Louisiana, but they just extended Hugh Freeze, good friend of the show, Coach Hugh Freeze. Meanwhile, Army is doing Army things, about to probably be like a, 20-point favorite against Navy come next week or 2 weeks from now. I'll take the Fighting Malik Willis's.
Yeah, this one was a kind of a tough one for me, but I'm taking Liberty. I think they're just going to come out and they're going to play tough for their coach who just got an extension. They're going to be all hyped up, and they're going to go out there and just play the best game they've played all season.
All right, so I was just looking at it because I didn't know if Malik Willis was going to play in this game just because, I mean, he's going to be a first-round pick. And I didn't really know if he would want to play out the season.
A bowl game.
I know, but like you look at Kyle Hamilton. Kyle Hamilton isn't the only guy that's projected first round that's sat out the last couple games. But he is playing. Army has no defense. They gave up a ton of 70 points to Wake Forest, and I think Malik Willis is good enough to put at least 50 on the board. So, give me Liberty.
I really wanted to take Army because when you don't play a triple option offense for a long time, it's really hard to get back into defending it.
Yep.
But I'm gonna, for the sake of me not losing points to Connor, I'm going to go Liberty here. That's really what I've had to come to. Western Kentucky at Marshall.
Ooh.
I'm going to take Western Kentucky. We've mentioned their quarterback a few times, how crazy good his numbers are this year. And if Western Kentucky maybe had one or two less losses, he probably would be a dark horse Heisman contender. Maybe get some votes further down the ballot. Maybe I don't think it would make New York, but he's having a crazy good season. I think their offense is just too good for Marshall to really stop. So I'm going to take the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Hilltoppers as well. The Fighting Mike Whites. Bailey Zapp is that kid.
Mike White's career in the NFL. It's all of 2 weeks.
Bailey Zapp is that kid, and he's projected to have 55 plus touchdown passes this year. I think he has 48 touchdown passes this season and less than 10 interceptions. Just insane. So yeah, they're going to end up winning this one. Even though I think Marshall's a good team, I got to take Bailey Zapp.
All right, so I just looked this up to see. Marshall has played better competition so far in the Conference USA. Marshall has a better defense. Western Kentucky, outside of playing FIU, ODU, basically the worst teams in the conference, has given up against top 50 offenses at least 35 points a game. So I could see this being a high-scoring game. Give me Marshall. I'm going to take Marshall in this one. It's senior night. Marshall is a small school, but their home field advantage is really their fans come out and support that team. And weird things that Marshall beat Appalachian State last year in a big game when Appalachian State was ranked. So yeah, give me Marshall, the Big Green.
Not so fast, my friend. Western Kentucky is on a 6-game win streak. Make it 7. I'm going with.
Oh, Western Kentucky also did lose to UTSA.
They did by 6 points.
Yeah, but I'm just saying they haven't played anybody in the last 6 weeks.
Well, they beat FAU, who 52-17 compared to 26-13 for Marshall. But that's just my 2 cents. Penn State at Michigan State. I think there is a trophy for this. Let me look it up. But in the meantime, Connor, make your pick. Penn State is favored, by the way.
Oh, really? What are they favored by?
I think 1.5 or something.
I think Michigan State will come out they want to prove that last week was not their true colors as a team. And I think they'll come out swinging, and Kenneth Walker will go off and maybe solidify at least his trip to New York.
I agree. I don't think Kenneth Walker is going to go to New York, but I do think that they're going to come out here and they're going to play a lot better game. I still don't trust Penn State's offense at all. Haven't all season. So I'm going Michigan State here.
It's a 1-point favorite, actually, by the way.
Against Rutgers, I mean, there was a stretch where I think the entire first half, it was just all punts between Penn State and Rutgers.
Yeah.
They did win 28-0, though.
It was bad.
But Penn State does have one of the best defenses in college football.
They do.
And you got to also think Peyton Thorne is a turnover machine. He throws a lot of risky balls. But in this game, I'm going to take Michigan State. I don't know if you guys also heard that James Franklin got signed to a 10-year deal to stay with Penn State when his record is barely above 500.
No, it's not.
No, if you go look at his record, it's not very good. No, not like overall record. I'm saying against ranked teams.
Okay.
Against ranked teams,
he's like 72 and 42 or something. Or
I think he's
I think this is his 100th game that he's coaching for Penn State. So he's like 30 games above 500 overall in his record.
I think they said he's like 13 and 11 against ranked teams.
Still a better contract than Mel Tucker.
But I think Mel Tucker's a better coach.
I don't think so.
No.
He got lucky with a good team this year.
I don't know. Michigan State was barely bowl eligible last year, and they lost.
I know, that's what I'm saying. They were terrible. He got lucky with decent players this season.
It's the same players as last year, other than Kenneth Walker.
And why are they where they are? Because of Kenneth Walker.
But I'm saying, like, dude is a good coach. Like, he knows how to get that team hype. I just like how he coaches. But yeah, give me Sparty.
All right. Well, for that, I'm going to go with Sparty too, because it's at Michigan State as well. Penn State, has struggled a lot on the road this year. Unfortunately, I cannot take the Fighting Saquons. I'm going to have to take the Fighting Le'Veon Bells instead.
I always forget that Le'Veon Bell. It's a minute.
Oh, by the way, it's the Battle for the Land Grant Trophy is what that's one's called. I looked it up.
The Land Grant Trophy?
Now, this one is for the Battle of Paul Bunyan's Axe.
That is
number 14, Wisconsin was Minnesota.
I think the Badgers are going to pull it out. They've been looking really good ever since they destroyed Purdue, and then they beat Iowa as well, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Graham Mertz has actually looked like a good quarterback.
Yeah. So Mertz is kind of turned it around. So I'm going to take the Badgers.
Yeah, I'm going with the Badgers as well. I mean, their only losses this season were to 7-4 Penn State, number 5 and number 6 in the country right now, Michigan and Notre Dame. So ever since that Michigan game, they've looked like one of the best teams in the country. They're going to dominate this one and hopefully meet my Ducks in the Rose Bowl.
And you know what? Wisconsin was competitive in all 3 of their losses, and it just got away from them in the final.
Yeah,
like 5 minutes.
If Graham Mertz is playing the way he was now versus where he was at the beginning of the year, I think Wisconsin beats Notre Dame. I'm saying that right now. Yeah, they slowed down that offense. Get out of here.
It was close. I would say the only game that they really, really lost was against Michigan. They didn't.
Yeah. That game was close, and then it got away because just late. It was the final score. I think was 30-13, but it was closer than that.
Yeah,
I guess. But
it was 38-17, but yeah.
30-17.
But I'm gonna go on Wisconsin. I'm gonna go with the Badgers here. And sorry for my dad's home state of Minnesota. But
this is why we need Luke Birch in the comments. We keep picking Wisconsin, and he's not here.
Yeah, he's not
here. Well, that's his fault. That's
he's off watching another stream. I know which one.
Surprise!
Wait, this is rivalry. Is this a rivalry?
Game.
This is not a rivalry.
Texas
it's just a surprise game.
Why wouldn't they put at least like TCU at the end of the week, the end of the schedule? Like that would be at least something.
Texas A&M is there, which they can restart once they go to the SEC in 4 years.
Well, is Texas and TCU not a rivalry game?
Not really. It's really not.
Because I mean, TCU was group of 5
for a while.
the longest time.
So is it just Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Texas A&M that are
Texas
rivals?
Tech and Texas Tech?
Well, then you move Texas Tech to the end of the season.
They used to be. I don't know what's up with that, but anyway, surprise pick. Texas, by the way, favored in this game by I believe a point or two.
How?
Yeah, I don't either. But Kansas State at Texas.
Going to take K-State, like we've been saying, Texas, and for describing a bunch of other teams. Texas is another team that's just broken. They're on, 6-7 game losing streak now?
7.
7? Yeah.
No, 6, my bad.
Should be 6 because they're 4-1, yeah.
Yeah, they're just broken at this point. So I think K-State will come in there and get the win.
Yeah, K-State didn't actually look bad this last week against Baylor. Only lost by 10, but it was a low-scoring game. And then Texas is just Texas. I think at this point they should just continue to lose until they get a new coach.
Should we play the thing again?
Oh, sure.
On purpose.
Texas is back, folks.
Just play the beginning. The first part's my favorite.
Yeah, the best part's the favorite part is them beating Notre Dame, which makes me always a good joy.
Yeah, so Texas is really bad, and there were plenty of other games that you could have picked instead of this one, but Texas is terrible. K-State, all the way.
Yeah, I still have an issue with this. Texas should be playing Texas Tech this week, and Kansas State should be playing Kansas. But people in the Big 12 don't know how to schedule.
That makes too much sense, Ryan. That makes
too much sense. But the Big 12 never makes sense anyway, so.
No, it never
you can't
does.
even do horns down. So, I mean, they don't know how to.
Okay, you know what? Horns down. Texas is going to lose this game. Going K-State.
Yeah, give me
I can't do it.
Who was the Kansas State quarterback in the year they were like in the top 5 in 2012?
That was Colin Klein.
Yeah,
Colin Klein.
Colin Klein.
That was when Oregon beat the hell out of them in the Fiesta Bowl.
I remember that, and this D'Anthony Thomas ran all over them. I remember that. But anyway, Wake Forest at Boston College.
As we mentioned before, since he came back, Djokovic just hasn't looked right. I think he shouldn't have come back with his hand injury. He came back too soon, and that's kind of hurting him. He didn't look very good versus Virginia Tech. He didn't look very good against Florida State. So I think Wake will rebound, and I think this is probably a 28 point blowout by Wake, and Wake will secure the Atlantic. Sorry, Coster.
I genuinely think that Wake Forest is going to win this game, but because of the fact that I do want Clemson to do good, even before I knew Coster, I was kind of a little bit of a Clemson stan with Taj Boyd. I really like Taj Boyd. He kind of got me on them. So, because of that, I don't want to have to go for Wake Forest in this game. I want to root for Boston College, so I'm taking BC.
Yes, my boy. All right.
No, this is the real question, Andrew. If Clemson makes it to the ACC title game, if they lose to Pitt, does it make it all still worth it?
Yeah, because we can still have a 10-win season. And I think we would beat Pitt this time again. We could have beaten them last time. But I'm going to go with the Fighting Matt Ryans. It's at home. It's senior night. Phil Djokovic is going to ball out this game.
Wait, Ryan.
Wake Forest is already on a 2-game losing streak. Oh, my bad, Ryan.
Oh, no, you're good. Yeah, give me the Fighting Sam Hartmans.
Ryan's got to go with the Demon Deeks.
I think, Costa, I think that's the first one you and I have not picked the same for.
Well,
actually,
crap. That's gonna be either I'm going to be a hero or a villain for that one.
Exactly.
Number 15, Texas A&M at LSU. The last game potentially for Coach Ed Orgeron.
I still don't like what's going on with that. I feel like they should keep him at least for another season.
Is this a night game, by the way?
I believe so. Yes, it's at 7:00 on ESPN.
Ooh. And it's Coach O's. This could be Coach O's final game.
Yes. If they don't win, no bowl game.
I just don't think Max Johnson is that good of a quarterback. He hasn't looked very good at times this season. But neither is Zach Calzada for Texas A&M. Calzada, thank you. Jeez. We're all agonizing over this one. I'm gonna take. Can we just go back to the 7 overtime versions of these teams?
Unbelievable!
What a game! That's one of the best.
I can't believe I stayed up for that.
Such a good game.
I'll take A&M, I guess, but I feel like I might switch.
Boo!
I really feel like.
Come on, we need Coach O one more week to at least say, "All right, guys, go Tigers."
Dude, Ryan, they're fighting for the winner of the picks. I really want to.
Come on, Lucas, you gotta go with the boy, Coach O. Come on.
I really do think that they're gonna come out and play well in this game. Oh shoot! All right, I'll go with the Bayou Bengals.
Yeah, my mind says Texas A&M, but my heart says Coach O and LSU. Give me the Tigs, the real Tigs in the real Death Valley.
Just for that, Costa's taking Texas A&M just because of that.
Don't ever say that again. I'm gonna mute you next time. Not so fast, my friend. That is disgusting. Apparently someone was doing it at the game, and I about.
Gosh, give me the fighting Pina Calzadas.
The Pina Calzadas. I'm going with the fighting Kyle Allens and Texas A&M. I think it's gonna be a close game.
Fighting Ryan Tannehill's.
That too.
Oh, Ryan, Texas A&M. I forgot about that.
I am gonna go with A&M. I think it's gonna be a close game, but A&M wins by a field goal.
What I'm doing is, if they win this game, I'm gonna have it on my TV and I'm gonna voice record Coach O saying "Go Tigers," so that way we can have it for the rest of my life, just so I can hear, "Love you, man. Go Tigers."
I gotta thank you, love you, man. Go Tigers.
He'll say even if they lose.
You should do it even if they lose. That way we can still keep it.
It's just going to be sad.
Yeah, it is going to be sad. Clean, old-fashioned hate. I don't even know why I have this on here, but I figured I would. My brother's last game at Tech, and he's not even going to be able to go because he has a torn ACL probably. Number 1, Georgia at Georgia Tech. And the game, which basically, I don't know if you guys have never been to this, but when Georgia Tech and Georgia play in Atlanta, it's usually almost still a home game for Georgia because it's usually at least half Georgia.
They were talking about that during the Notre Dame Georgia Tech game.
Do they usually do it at like the Georgia Dome, or do they?
They usually play. They always play it at Bobby Dodd. But yeah.
See, I'm gonna cut off Connor a little bit here. What the real question for this game should be is if Georgia covers the 35.
Wait, is there a spread for this game? What is the
35.
spread?
35
Georgia by 35.
It's only 35?
Yeah, it's only 35.
Right there.
Notre Dame beat them 55-0. And we put our backups in the second half. You don't think Georgia's going to beat them like 70-something-0?
I don't think so, only because they're gonna end up just coasting. They don't want anybody to get hurt before they play Bama.
Notre Dame had 3 defensive touchdowns in that game. 2.
Georgia. So the way I see it at this point, Georgia Tech's just trying to get. Apparently someone said that a bunch of Georgia Tech fans are selling their tickets to Georgia fans just to get money so that they can buy out Georgia Tech's head coach and fire him.
Yeah, Jeff Collins is bad.
Hey, you know what?
Oh, Collins, yeah.
He has made them better. I mean, they're not like it's obviously a rebuild. It's Georgia Tech. Like he's only been there 2 years, and I think
this is his third year. No, this is the down. No, they've gone down from last year.
He had to change it from a whole triple option offense.
No. The problem is, Ryan. The problem is they have worse. They have less wins than they do last year, and that's not okay. Like if they had gotten another win or 2 more than this year, I would say.
Their starting quarterback has been out for like the entire year.
Oh, yeah, Jeff Sims. Yeah, that doesn't help.
Georgia will easily cover, and I wouldn't be surprised if they start making it look like a remake of Georgia Tech versus Cumberland from
Oh God!
I wouldn't be surprised if it looks like that eventually somehow.
No,
We'll
don't do
easily
that
win.
because Lane Kiffin will go out and say that.
Hell yeah, baby.
That's not
Kyle
sportsmanlike.
attack.
That's not sportsmanlike. Don't do that because Lane Kiffin doesn't like running.
No,
up
I'll
the
be like
steps.
Christian Jokic. Don't say that.
Yeah. Do I think they'll cover the 35 points? Yeah. I could see it being like 38-0. And the only reason why I don't think they score more than that is because, like I said, I think they're just going to coast. They're going to coast through this game so hard. They would win 3-0 if they had the choice.
Well, the thing is, Lucas, because like I said, Notre Dame had 3 defensive touchdowns, 2 which were fumbles. Notre Dame's defense is not as good as Georgia's.
Yeah, but that's just football. I mean,
I know, but like if they turn the ball over like that against Georgia, it'd be it's going to be a murder. I mean, like they may have to take Georgia Tech players off the field.
Yeah, Georgia Tech might have to quit. They might have to have a running clock. They might have to have a running clock in the second half.
They're gonna grab your brother from the stands.
He's already hurt. Don't do him like that. He's already hurt. Don't do him like that. No.
They're grabbing Simmons up from the bleachers and putting him out there on the field.
I'm gonna say right now, I think Georgia hangs 70 on Tech.
Yes.
If Georgia a 70 piece. Yes,
didn't Clemson do that last year?
Yeah, they did. 70. Yeah, they won 73-7.
Was that the game they put in the backup?
The punter as a quarterback? Yes, they did.
As a quarterback.
Yep. See, now that's the ultimate disrespect.
He was like 2 for 2 or something like that. He was like 2 for 2 passes.
Hey, he had an amazing throw for a fake punt this year against Q's. So don't disrespect Will Spires. That guy's a goat.
I did want to say I'm going to take Georgia, but can we all just agree? We feel really bad for Georgia Tech. I know Andrew probably doesn't. But
I don't because I laugh at my fam. I laugh at my parents.
Not only did they suffer this year with injuries, but their final 2 games of the schedule at number 6 Notre Dame, and then like against number 1 Georgia. Like I don't know anyone that has a tougher schedule to end the season than that.
I think this is called good old-fashioned hate because because Georgia Tech fans hate being.
I also didn't realize that Georgia fan because this whole week they're doing Rivalry Week on Sirius XM. All the Georgia fans, not one Georgia Tech, are just being ruthless about Georgia Tech. I'm like, come on, guys, they're a 3-win team. Like, we hate those freaking Yellow Jackets and disgusting Georgia Tech.
You know what's the best part is? That's not even Georgia's biggest rivalry concern. Their biggest rivalry is against Florida.
Georgia. Then why do they hate them so much?
Because they're annoying. Because Tech literally thinks it's a bigger rivalry than it is, and Georgia fans just want them to shut up and go away.
It's like Maryland in basketball when they were saying they were Duke rival. They were rivals with Duke.
Yeah.
And they were in the SEC.
The Iron Bowl, number 3, Alabama at Auburn.
Lucas mentions that Alabama actually hasn't won at Auburn since what? Would you say 2015 or 2015?
No, I said that.
Ryan said that.
Ryan, you said that was 2015.
It was 2015. They have not.
2015 has 3 straight losses or 2 straight losses at least.
Mm-hmm.
If Bo Nix was starting and he wasn't injured, I feel like they would have a better record. I probably would actually legit be tempted to take him, but I think Alabama's just gonna romp all over Auburn. What's the spread on this?
Auburn, I think, is a 19-point favorite.
Auburn.
I mean Alabama. Is a 19.5. Alabama is a 19.5-point favorite. The over/under is 56.
I think Alabama will win, but they're not going to cover. I think it'd be maybe less than a 10-point win. Honestly, Alabama's. I don't trust their The offense has been meh, and their defense is not good. Honestly,
nah. I think they take this. I think they take this game by 40 plus.
Oh my god!
The reason why I see this happening is because one, whether Ryan likes it or not, Bryce Young is going to win the Heisman this year.
Yeah,
and he's just. I mean, they're just going to dominate this game. Auburn can't. They're not going to keep up. I mean, it's just going to be a slaughtering. So. It might even be as bad as that Georgia Tech game. Auburn's terrible.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Fighting Elephants too. I mean, if Bo Nix was here, I would take Auburn just because Alabama's defense is atrocious, and they may have the worst defense in the top 4 right now. But like I said, Auburn doesn't, and also the fact that elephants would stomp the crap out of a war eagle. So yeah, give me Alabama.
Bro, their mascot's a tiger. Yeah, they say war eagle, and I've never.
No, I know, but they fly an eagle around the stadium.
Yeah, good old Spirit.
Alabama's also Roll Tide, but they have a freaking elephant.
Yeah.
I've always wondered how they got the elephant. Actually, I've never.
When they play Georgia in 2 weeks, it's going to be Roll Tide, keep rolling down that hill. But this week it's going to be Roll Tigers, keep rolling down that hill because Alabama's going to win. I think it's actually going to be closer than the people think, though. I got the Tide by 7.
Let's just say the only way Auburn wins this game if they let their tiger mascot out of its cage and it mauls.
They don't have a tiger mascot.
They don't anymore? Or
no, they never had one. No,
I thought they did.
No, that was LSU.
LSU has Mike the Tiger.
They don't have. They used to have.
Yeah, they do.
They still do it.
Mike the Tiger, I think so.
They still have the Tiger, but they used to have it where it was right by where the visiting team ran out. Now I think they're not allowed to have the Tiger on the field or in the stadium.
Okay, so the only way they beat Alabama is they steal the Tiger from LSU and let it out.
I let it out on the field.
or that. Bedlam. Oklahoma, number 10 at number 7, Oklahoma State.
Just real quick, Josh is saying Auburn because crazy things happen in the.
He's got a point.
I hope so. That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Who was the guy that ran that back?
Chris Davis. Chris Davis.
It's a block.
No flags.
My favorite thing to do is to always every once in a while go back and just watch the Alabama fans that just
the reactions to that.
That's my favorite thing is just Schadenfreude, just going to famous sporting events that happen and just finding reactions of fans of the team that lost.
My favorite is just Vern Lundquist's call actually. Touchdown, Auburn, an answered prayer.
They're not going to keep him off the field tonight.
No, that was Rob Bramblett. RIP to him, by the way. I don't know if y'all remember. He got killed recently. Or a few years ago. Very sad.
So Oklahoma State. I'm going to take Oklahoma State. Oklahoma, their quarterback situation, I don't trust it at all, whatever's going on with them. We've already said Oklahoma State probably is the second best defense in the entire country, honestly. That's how good they've been this year. And I think they're going to get a very rare win in Bedlam. I think this is like the most lopsided rivalry game that we have on this list.
Definitely is very much up there.
Yeah, I think Oklahoma State doesn't even have 20 wins in this rivalry, and they've played over 100 times, over 110 times. And I think last time they won was 2014. They haven't won since.
It is 90-18. Yep.
Said it under 20. I think they'll get number 19 though. Oklahoma, their offense is just a mess. I don't trust either quarterback right now. So I think Oklahoma State's defense is going to have to stop them. Go Cowboys.
Yeah, I got the Cowboys as well. I already told Ryan in the chat multiple times that I think Oklahoma State's going to go undefeated through the rest of the year. I feel like their one loss was kind of like just like a crazy outlier.
Their one loss actually came on that celebration play that called back a touchdown that would have won them the game, actually.
Did they lose to Baylor? Who did they lose to?
No, Iowa State. Remember that crazy call? We talked about it on the show.
That's Oklahoma State.
Yeah, the unsportsmanlike call.
No.
I think if they played again, Oklahoma State would easily win.
I don't know. Iowa State is
they would easily win, Ryan. So I'm just saying, like, it was a crazy outlier. I think Oklahoma State should be undefeated. I think Oklahoma should probably have like 3 or 4 losses. So this should be a completely different game than what the records and rankings say. Oklahoma State's going to win this one pretty handily, I think.
I'm going to go with the Fighting Justin Blackmans and Fighting Chuba Hubbards in this game. Both of these defenses are pretty solid. Oklahoma State may have the second best defense in college football. I do think they win this game, but I don't think it's even close to a high-scoring game. I don't know what the over-under is in this game, but I'd probably take the under. by a lot because Oklahoma State's offense is really hit or miss. If they can run the ball, it'll be a long day for Oklahoma. But if they can't run the ball, Oklahoma State struggles throwing the ball downfield. So, yeah, I could see this being like a 24-21 type game. But, yeah, give me the Pokes.
I'm going with the Fighting Barry Sanders against Oklahoma. So, sorry, Sooners. You're not going to be boomer. Also, Big Game Boomer is an idiot. I'm sorry. I had to put that out there. That guy who put out that list of like the most hostile fans and stuff. That dude's literally an idiot. I want to slap him.
Yeah.
He's so dumb.
Guys,
and that's about.
Oh, well, this is totally irrelevant, actually. Cincinnati just slapped SMU so hard that SMU suffered 5 decommits today, including 2 4-stars.
Wait, what?
Well, their head coach left. He's going to TCU.
Oh, Sonny Dykes is going to TCU.
Yeah. Talk about the ultimate.
With him?
Well, he was the favorite to go to TCU. That's what I'd always heard.
That's crazy, considering that they're rivals.
That makes sense. Why?
So we're real quick because we're talking about this game. With Oklahoma's QB situation, what happens? Spencer Rattler transfers. Do you think Caleb Williams transfers?
Rattler transfers. Rattler's not as good. Williams is better.
Do you think Riley leaves?
No.
And all those rumors.
No.
Unfortunately, no.
8-year, $95 million contract offer from LSU, apparently.
Yeah. So
does he have an extension from Oklahoma yet?
He probably will soon. If not, if they're going to do whatever they can to keep him. But anyway, enough of that. The game, I believe game day should be going here. Please don't tell me this is a noon game, by the way.
Probably is.
It is.
Actually. No, it usually is a noon game.
It is a noon game.
Dude, that's so stupid.
No, it's
well,
usually
Lucas got to get. Lucas has to get up at 9.
Yeah.
10?
Hey, it's fine with me because like once game day's over, pretty much like right when I'm waking up, they do their picks, and then I get a good game to watch. So.
Are you sticking with your guns with this one?
This game actually was a night game. It's almost always a noon or.
I was at least hoping for a 3:30 though. A noon game's trash.
Yeah.
But anyway, the game, the Michigan versus Ohio State at Michigan. I have this wrong. I have it wrong, by the way. It's at Michigan.
You pulling a James Franklin right now? Don't know.
Yeah. Hey, James Franklin, by the way, just signed a big contract to stay.
Oh, wait, so is it it's at Michigan?
Yes, it is at Michigan.
Oh, it is at Michigan?
Yes.
The old big house.
I mean, this is probably what? This is the best potential big game since that 2016 was JT tackled short or not game.
Which he was.
They were both what? They were what, 2 and 3 in that game? Or 1 and 2?
Yeah. No, 2 and 3. Bama was number 1.
If the game against Michigan State had been closer by Ohio State, I would have been more tempted to take Michigan. But I think Michigan or Ohio State is just rolling right now. And what's the spread?
Ohio State's an 8-point favorite.
I'd take the points. I'd take Ohio State plus the 8. I think they're going to win by double digits over Michigan. Michigan just can't. They have not been able to beat Ohio State, obviously, since Harbaugh's been there, and I think it's going to continue.
Yeah, so Michigan is 3-17 the last 20 years against Ohio State.
This is not a rivalry then.
Wait, are you sticking with your guns, Lucas? You said Michigan was the best team in the Big Ten.
So here's why I don't want Michigan to actually win this game. It's because
you want to help Oregon look better.
That will help. Yes.
It doesn't matter at this point.
It does matter, actually. It does matter. That will help, but also there could be a chance because I really don't want to play Wisconsin again as an Oregon fan. So there could be a good chance that they could put Michigan in the Rose Bowl over Wisconsin. Because Wisconsin will have 4 losses at that point, with Ohio State winning the Big Ten championship, and then Michigan will only have 2 losses. So I would like to play Michigan in the Rose Bowl, so that's why I'm taking Ohio State. But if Ohio State wins and then wins out, then they're going to the playoffs. So it's like, meh. I don't want to play Ohio State again.
So you're
It
taking Ohio
doesn't
State.
matter. It doesn't matter if Oregon loses to Oregon State. But I am going to take Ohio State in this one. Michigan is Michigan. They're disgusting. I mean, when I talk about choking, Jim Harbaugh can never beat Ohio State.
I think if he ever did, just the world would collapse.
Yeah, I think the world would end if that ever happened. So, sorry, Michigan fans, but you're going to be frustrated for yet another year. But I think they already expect it.
I'm going to go with Michigan. No,
really? Okay, I was going to say.
Just kidding. Psych.
See, you know what? I don't like picking Ohio State, but by all means,
yeah,
Michigan.
I hate picking Ohio State, but I think I just can't. They just looked too good last week. I can't.
But hey, by all means, Michigan. If you want to beat Ohio State, I mean,
you're fine with getting this wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I can't do that. But yeah, now on to our teams. By the way, the Commonwealth Cup, Virginia Tech at Virginia.
What's the spread on this?
Good question.
Because I think Brandon Armstrong's supposed to start, and after how Virginia Tech's pass defense looked against Tyler Van Dyke or Tyler Van Dime.
Tyler Van Dimes.
Hey, Virginia Tech fought back in that game.
I know, but
Virginia's a 7-point favorite.
Honestly, like I kind of was thinking after Stroud, I would have taken Van Dyke as my stunner because he had over 350 yards passing against Virginia Tech. First game they've actually given over 300 yards passing this season. And I think Brandon Armstrong is going to go for 400. Sadly, I think Virginia Tech they don't have any fight left in them, and I think Virginia's going to romp.
By the way, Connor, you were supposed to go last.
Sorry.
Nah, it's fine. It doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter. I'm sorry.
I think we all kind of have the same idea here. Virginia Tech, I almost think for Connor's sake, he doesn't want Virginia Tech to win this game because he probably just wants the season to be over. Without them having to play a bowl game and probably getting smashed in that. So I'm taking Virginia in this anyways, straight up. I think they're a better team. I mean, they still have one of the best offenses in the country when Armstrong is playing. So, Virginia's going to win this, even though it would be cool to see Virginia Tech win just for Braxton Burmeister's sake. But, Virginia.
Yeah, I'm going to take Virginia as well. Virginia Tech showed some improvement last week. When they went, I will say, Connor, the energy seemed a lot better for them last week. When they went down early I'm saying like when they went down early, it's not like they just laid down and let it get out of hand. They did fight back. But yeah, Virginia's just too good. So go UVA.
I'm gonna go with Virginia. It's at Virginia. Give me Virginia.
We're picking a lot of the same teams.
Yeah. The Palmetto Bowl, number 23 Clemson at South Carolina.
Give me Shane Beamer. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I was about to say, stop.
You were about to remove me if I had taken South Carolina and be serious, probably. Nah, I'll take Clemson.
So I think Clemson's going to end up winning, but South Carolina has looked good the past couple weeks. Definitely going to take Clemson, but not by a lot. So Andrew's going to be on his toes for a little bit. Hopefully he has that little whiskey neat right next to him the whole game because it's going to be a game.
This is probably going to be my regret pick. I'm taking the real USC. No, I'm joking. Give me Clemson.
I was about to say.
Taking old Cocky, the cock-ass cocker.
Hey, they still are the real USC, but.
I'm going to go with Clemson. Come on now. We all know who the real team in South Carolina is. Stop. Oh, my gosh, bro. Nah. Clemson wins. It'll be a little close for a while, but I think
give me some Beamer ball, Josh.
Josh is tripping with that one. The Legends Trophy battle. What's it called? Notre Dame at Stanford.
I don't mind Josh taking Virginia Tech, but I don't think it's going to happen. Notre Dame.
Farm's going to be storming the field tonight, boys. I'm taking.
Okay,
I'm taking.
cool.
You're actually taking.
You're
Taking the
sure.
Cardinal.
No, you're not.
Do you see me saying no? Just
Okay.
kidding. No, go
Right.
Cardinal, baby. Let's go.
We're not Oregon, but go ahead, Andrew.
I'm gonna go with Notre Dame. Unfortunately, as much as I wish I could take Stanford.
Funny enough, this is a night game at Stanford at 7:00 at the Farm. So Notre Dame has a little tough time at Stanford at night.
Everybody does.
But Stanford is god awful. The only Oregon had no business losing to them, but they did. Notre Dame is going to prove once and for all in this game that, at least in common opponents, we're better than Oregon when we dominate them and win by 35 plus. So yeah, give me the Fighting Irish.
Well, yeah, when you lose to top 4 teams, I guess you could say that.
Hey, football matters.
All right. Well, now of course the Civil War. We got it. What's it called? Oregon State at Oregon. Number 11, Oregon.
Go ahead, Connor.
I'll take Oregon, but I think it'll be closer. I think it'll be late touchdown.
I mean, Oregon State just beat Arizona State by 2 touchdowns.
And
I'll
lost to Colorado.
I'll still take Oregon, but it'll be close.
Okay, you lost to Stanford.
That's my point exactly.
All right.
Okay, guys, shut up. Let's roll.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right. So my turn. All right. I'm sticking with my guns. Give me the Beavs. Best team in Oregon. Let's go.
No.
Beavs. Yes.
You're an idiot.
No.
Yeah, you are. Oregon's undefeated at home. Give me the Ducks.
Oregon has just under 20 more victories than Oregon State in the all-time rivalry.
Wait, Oregon State
Oregon.
leads it?
Oregon has over almost.
Oh, I thought you
20
said
more
under.
wins.
Yeah,
So yeah, go Ducks.
Are you talking about just the
Go
rivalry
Ducks.
or all-time
You
wins between the teams?
They're
Do
all-time
you
rivalry.
Think
Oh,
that
all-time
Oregon's
rivalry, okay.
spirits are crushed after getting embarrassed? Like you
No,
don't think that they're
No, they're not.
All right. But yeah, okay. So that's gonna be it for our games. And now, of course, our $1 ticket game, the game in which we
Ooh.
would only go for $1. I'm sorry we had to do this to our guy. But
Isn't this the second or third straight week they're in the $1 game, Southern Miss?
no,
no,
FIU.
FIU.
Oh, FIU. Wasn't Southern Miss in one 2 weeks ago though?
Yeah, they were. They were at one point. But anyway, this is a game you can only pay for $1. This one's $9, so kind of in that
that's way
range.
too expensive.
I
have
ain't
to
got
buy a Christmas
$9.
gift. Come on.
Yeah,
Christmas gifts on Friday.
yeah, facts. But anyway, FIU at Southern Miss.
I'll take Southern Miss. Frank Gore Jr. They need to have him as the starting quarterback. Ride him for victory. Go Golden Eagles, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, go Golden Eagles.
Oh.
The real SMU, even though it might be University of Southern Miss, but this is the real SMU. They're gonna win this game over FIU.
What do you have to say, Crosser? You just said oh.
Josh said we forgot one, which we did forget one. We forgot the Governor's Cup between Kentucky and Louisville.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Well, we can do that after that. That'll be the surprise. That's
Yeah,
another surprise.
that'll be another surprise. I'll throw that
All
in
right,
there.
so sticking with my boy Cam, always go for the boys. Give me the real SMU in this game. But Frank Gore Jr., man, not only is he a good running back, he's got to be QB1.
At
I'm
a
gonna
whole
go-
5'8".
I'm gonna go with Southern Miss in this one. Cam, I got you this time, my dog. I picked
Somebody
against
should
you.
have took Louisiana Tech as their meme team just for that reason.
Yeah, we should have, but yeah. Anyway, now we got no Presbyterian anymore. Sorry, they're being dumped for next year. But yeah. We got instead we're replacing that with the good old Army Navy game. Now, of course, both teams do play this week, but we're gonna go ahead and take this one anyway because it's part of rivalry week. And come on,
Yeah. And it's the final regular season game.
yes,
And this is I want to if for any other game college football, this is one of the ones I most want to go to. it's just the tradition about it is so important. And I have family that attended Navy. So I grew up a Navy fan, and I've always been a Navy fan. Unfortunately, I can't. There's no chance. I think they have. I think Army's going to easily win by 14, probably. Navy's offense has not been good at all. They are near the bottom of the entire country and scoring at like about 16 points a game. So I'm going to take Army in a pretty big win.
Yep, give me Army, beat Navy.
Yep.
It pains me to say that.
Give me the Black Knights in this one. Go Army, beat Navy.
At least the one good thing that'll come from this is that both of them are going to have banging uniforms. Both
I will say
the best uniforms.
Army did screw up with the prank that they tried pulling, trying to steal that goat.
Oh, yeah. They stole the wrong goat. They stole a 14-year-old goat who has arthritis, who's retired.
I'm sorry. So one of the people I know in my church, he's actually a Naval Academy grad, went to the Marine Corps for a while. Sorry, Mr. Robert Pritchard, but go Army, beat Navy. I'm going with the Black Knights in this one. And of course, so we got a surprise too. We saved this for last, just for you, Josh. I got you. Kentucky at Louisville.
Oh, Kentucky wrong. that's
Jesus.
Josh.
Jesus.
It's all right.
Josh is going to probably unsubscribe.
on
And
here.
Josh is gone. He's gone. He's gone.
Sorry, Josh. I did it for him. Okay, here we go. Kentucky at Louisville.
That's just as bad as me forgetting West Virginia was a state.
Oh,
my
God. That's gonna be on our bloopers of the year.
Oh my God. Oh no, we're really gonna do that. We need to put together. Oh my God.
We gotta do Lucas has dog segment in the bloopers, and then the Lucas has jokes segment.
And then my joke.
Yeah.
Troy.
Oh. Oh gosh. By the way, Louisville's a 3-point favorite in this game.
That's not that surprising, especially with what Malik Cunningham just did to Duke, but that's against Duke. Kentucky, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure if they're as good as the record actually indicates. F it. I'm going to take the Fighting Lamar Jacksons. I didn't back the Cardinals a few weeks ago when I should have, when they retired Lamar's number. I'm going to back them this week as a Ravens fan.
Yeah.
Go Cardinals.
Yeah, I gotta take Kentucky here. The Fighting Andre Woodsons. They're gonna end up winning this game. I think it's gonna be pretty close, so it's gonna be a pretty fun game to watch, I think. We'll see if Malik Cunningham can do what he did last week, because if he does, then Josh is in for a long day, because Louisville's going to end up smacking them, but I'm going to take Kentucky in this.
Yeah, so this is the battle for Papa John's right here. So Louisville, I was originally born in Kentucky, in this capital. My mother graduated from Louisville as a Louisville grad. So it's kind of hard. My mom's a Indy fan and then a Louisville fan, secondly. So she'll kill me if I don't go with Louisville. So I'm taking the Cards. Also, they had one of the greatest fights in rivalry week history a couple years ago when it spilled out right by the tunnels, like when the game ended. I think that was the year. Yeah. And they had to pull people off. But, yeah, give me the Cards.
I'm going with the Fighting Harry Douglases in the Louisville Cardinals. I don't know if Lucas remembers who Harry Douglas is, though.
Oh yeah, dude. Former Titan great. Former
Falcons great too. Funny enough. Yeah. So wow, Josh, we really are doing you dirty for the most part. But you better hope I'm not there, because then when I'm there, Kentucky automatically loses. So maybe I should make a trip out there just to guarantee a Louisville win. But anyway, that's gonna be it, guys. For it, if you guys haven't already, be sure to give this channel a a subscribe. Also, if you haven't already, be sure to give this video a like, as it does help the channel out a lot. We really do appreciate you guys watching it every week. And if you haven't,
everyone that's watching has a great and happy Thanksgiving tomorrow.
Yes, that too.
Yep,
Enjoy, have a great day with turkey. Spend your time with your family. Watch some good football. Watch Notre Dame lose this weekend because they suck. Watch all of our other teams win though. And yeah, but that's gonna be it, guys.
First show under 2 hours. Let's go.
Yeah.
First point
all
under.
four of
Wow.
us too. That's
Wait.
crazy. Better shut it off.
Dude, you gotta take us out, Andrew.
Yeah. For Andrew Clemson is ranked Coster. You're a wizard, Connor. Lucas, Titans #1, the AFC, and Ryan, ND sucks travel.
No, they don't. You're just gonna keep switching that, aren't you?
This is Andrew Clemson is ranked Coster. Y'all have a good one, and we will see y'all next week and for Conference Championship Week.
And before we go, if you guys liked the show, don't forget to put a like down, subscribe, and also if you want to follow the show, you can follow us on Instagram at the week0_podcast, or you can follow us on Twitter at the week0podcast if you guys are interested. So
yes,
thank you guys for the views.
Yes, sir. All right, guys, we'll catch y'all in the next one. Stay winning. Have a great Thanksgiving. Happy holidays as well.
Happy feast week.
Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.